carry Lambeau Field in Green Bay.
Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Green Bay Packers.
The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And off we go from Lambeau.
Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here we go.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Love, he's going to change the play here.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Cadence, lock in the case, lock in the case.
A first down carry for Barkley.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Okay, here we go.
It's 2nd and inches at the 17-yard line.
Again, it's Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Throwing Jones. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Now Jones. Able to find Warner. That's complete. And he is going to have the Giants first down. It'll wind up being a gain of 5 there on 4th and 2.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
From the 9, 2nd and 5.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, a 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Giants have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Nixon now from his end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here. First and... Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Barkley, inside handoff. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 9.
North salad.
Looking to throw. Jones. Forced out to his left. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late, and that margin.
And the ball comes out. Love lost it. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And a tough turnover there, as now they will have it at the 6-yard line, 1st and goal. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Nixon now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he's got it down to the 28.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 21. Now Jones going to change it up here. Jones on 3rd and 2. Flush to his right. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. Now a timeout called for by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. So Jones off, Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good, and that'll do it for the first quarter of play.
17-0 our score after one. Gano out to kick this one away. Nixon now from his end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Right.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. The Love's throw brought in by Watson. He's across midfield. Now he's loose down the left sideline. He may go. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 68 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Anders Carlson now for the point after. And it's 17-7.
Makes the score Giants 17.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
Back to throw. Jones. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. On the draw, this is Barkley. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Naturally so. The defense was keyed in on everyone but the back on that play, and it took them an extra second to react when he got the carry. It's still a tough 3rd down to pick up here, but a lot more manageable.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the Packers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of the first after a gain of about 9. 2nd down, another shot for Jones. And he's got some space here. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
Now a first down carry by Jones.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Giants are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now maybe it's...
Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception.
And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is, why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And this is going to be intercepted.
It's Deonte Banks with it. And the Giants are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
This is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Timberland. Other side.
From the 24, Jones has this complete to Daniel Bellinger.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A give to Barkley out of the gun.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Here we go.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Flick right. Great. Don Capers.
A final shot before break. Jones looking for Shepard deep. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first, thanks to a flashy little spin move.
Operating from the gun, Jones. He finds him again, Saquon Barkley.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
77 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Options galore here, second and a few inches.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. And the Giants first down.
They'll run it. This is James Robinson.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
That was on Preston Smith. Navigating into the backfield, he gets the tackle for loss.
On second down, here's Barkley.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Detroit. Come right, Tina. Troy Johnson.
Now Jones to throw on third down.
Quick slant into the hands of Darren Waller.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 22-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. A little juke. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Saquon Barkley, 22 yards. And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Jones and that Giant offense looks like they're going to stay right there and go for 2.
Adriana Lima.
They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got it. So they try for 2, successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Packers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
A handoff to Barkley. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. On 4th down, Jones. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And, oh, my goodness, here's a 5th intercept. And, oh, he coughs up the football near his own goal line. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Musgrave's got it out right, and it's a Packers touchdown. Luke Musgrave, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Carlson's extra point up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. And here's Jones again on 2nd down. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Jones will take this one in for a Packer touchdown. And that is what you call lowering the boom down near the goal line. He was going to force his way in no matter what.
They always talk about low man wins when it comes to the offensive line, having the leverage to move the defenders. It's strong man wins when it comes to tackling in the red zone. And if you happen to be the low man and the strong man, that's a huge win.
And this is caught. So they took a chance, but they are back within a single point here in the 4th. Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Looking to throw. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run first down.
Barkley hit in the ball, pops free. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
I know you're looking at the scoreboard clock. We're getting near the end of this game. But they bring what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, meaning taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. The bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it, a costly turnover.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Love looking to throw it.
That's going to be caught.
And they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now first and goal.
Now Jones. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow.
Charles, what a big drive late in the fourth quarter to take this lead.
And normally you're really excited if your offense has the ball late in the game. But I think this crew is really excited to have their defense go back out there because they haven't surrendered a point in the fourth quarter yet. They've helped make this comeback possible with their defensive play. Now they get a chance to finish this game off.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
This is first and 10. Jones gets this to Waller.
They're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
A first down carry for Barkley.
And they'll get him down after a gain of 7, but they'll happily give him that.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
The Lambeau faithful making as much noise as they can. It's third down. Now Jones.
And that is incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Got a man, it's Darren Waller. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
One final shot. They'll look to throw.
This ball intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter.